Hey.
Hello.
We don't have a song today, do we? You got a song?
Um, I don't want to go to work today. I don't really want to do the work today. I was singing that song to the baby because I was like, because he had a juicy neck, and I was like, you gonna have a juicy neck. You gonna have a really, really juicy neck.
Oh my God.
Because he
The
ain't had
only
no
time,
bib on.
only person that's acceptable to say too is a baby. And
I
that's
know.
what makes me and a baby great.
For real, I be saying the most like random stuff, and I just be like, couldn't get away with that with an adult.
Mm.
Can't call
Look,
an adult chunky, or
if somebody tells me I have a juicy neck, that might be my 13th reason. I have a juicy what?
it's because he be drooling, and it just be like all up in his neck if he don't have a bib on. I be like, oh, what's your juicy
Mhm.
neck?
It's like neck fertilizer for babies.
It's nasty. Well, hello everyone.
Well, this is the South Side maybe I should introduce the show correctly. This is the South Side of Wakanda podcast, the best podcast in the multiverse. I am Greta Gerwig.
And I am 616 Shani. Couldn't think of anything, so that's who I am today. I'm just me in
And
a
that's
different
fine.
universe.
Right. This is a podcast for casual fans of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We discuss the MCU live action movies and TV shows without the context of the comic books because you do not need to have read them in order to understand movies. So if that's your thing, welcome.
Hello.
No gatekeeping allowed.
We're happy to have you.
Yes. This week we will be talking about nothing in particular because we're still on hiatus. We wanted to upload an episode to commemorate our anniversary.
Our 2-year anniversary of doing the podcast.
Can you fucking believe it? Oh my God.
It's so crazy. I can't believe it. I mean, and we used to post very, very frequently. Mm-hmm. Obviously, things happen and we can't post as frequently, but hopefully I want to make it a goal that maybe by like the summertime I'll have like momming down, and like I just started back working, so hopefully I'll have momming and working down to a science so that we can at least record once a week again, at least every other week, because I miss it.
Yeah, me too. I feel like every other week to start out is very reasonable. And I think it would be good for us to try to do that by the summer because isn't Secret Wars coming out in the summer? Yeah. So
and
we're going to talk about
we'll
that.
have to do an episode. Dang. You know, I've been so in my own shit that I completely forgot that Guardians of the Galaxy is coming out. It like snuck up on me.
It comes out next week.
I know. And I'm like, what?
I didn't realize that until today. Like, I know it was supposed to be May. I kept saying May for a long time, but I didn't realize it was going to be the 5th of May.
I also didn't realize that May was next week.
You know what? April came and went, didn't it?
April sat the fuck down and did what it had to go, and it didn't make no noise.
And it skedaddled right on up out of here, too. It really did. And I think what happened, too, is like we both had family in town for a week.
Oh, my God, yeah. And
so
that was just... And then I started work literally right after that. And so I've just not been... here.
It's been a very disorienting time. Like, we were supposed to record this episode last week, but both of us were just exhausted.
Absolutely not. Could not make it happen.
We were not prepared. And honestly, I'm really not that prepared today either, but at least I'm not exhausted.
I am actually very well rested, despite the voice notes I was sending you this morning. Somehow I'm very well rested. Usually we be recording in the morning. I haven't eaten yet. All of this stuff. I be getting hangry by the end. My sugar levels start to drop. But guess what? Mama ate like an hour ago.
Start getting the shakes and shit.
Exactly. No, literally when I was pregnant, like when we would record, I'd be like, yo. I'm dying. But I ate this morning. I had a happy plate. I ate all my food. So, and it's like nice and digested. So I'm not like super full to the point that I'm tired, and I'm also not hungry. I'm in that happy medium. Yes. I got me a little rosé.
Ooh, fancy.
Mm-hmm,
I got me
mm-hmm.
some water.
I got that too. So I'm like, I'm ready to rock and roll.
Well, we are all ready. So yeah, our very, very first episode ever was uploaded on May 2nd. No, I think it was the 8th. I wrote down the 2nd, but I feel like it's the 8th. I don't believe myself right now. I believe it's the 8th of May in 2021, and it was about Iron Man.
And I just remember, I don't know if you remember this, we had so much technical difficulties.
Well, we didn't know what the fuck was going on.
We didn't know what we were doing. But like,
Yeah.
I remember we were all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to record. My mic wouldn't work. And then we had to go to, because I had ordered my mic off of Amazon. And then we had to go to Target and get the mic that I have now. Thankfully, they had them. Like,
yeah, that was like a crazy
the
day.
grace of God, they actually had them. And then, so we got my mic, and then we got back to the house, and you didn't have a cord or something like that.
Yes.
And then I was just like, what the fuck?
Were we even able to record that first day? I don't even remember.
I want to say we had to go back to Target, didn't we? I think we still ended up recording that day, but like 2 hours after
it was like sheer determination at that point. I feel like, yeah, because I remember that now. Yeah,
we weren't even at like my dining table like we would eventually start doing. We were like on the couch and just hanging out. It was freaking hot as hell, so you could hear the freaking AC in the background.
The audio was probably terrible in that episode.
It wasn't great. It wasn't great. I remember it wasn't great, but
I can't go back and listen to it because I would get so much secondhand embarrassment from my past self. Like I can't. No,
I think I have gone back and listened to it, and it wasn't too bad. But you know, we just kept getting better and better.
Yeah, we did.
That's one thing about women is like we gonna Google it. We gonna Google some shit, and we gonna figure it the hell out.
Over the past 2 years, like I've learned so much about like podcasting. Like I've watched so many fucking YouTube videos. We've had so many technical difficulties, and like now I feel like within the past like 2 or 3 episodes, this is like the best we've been because I got a new mic. Because my old mic decided it didn't want to work. And then in the past 2 years, I've gotten a new computer because my laptop was the issue for a lot of those episodes.
And well, we've figured out how to kind of sync. Because since I moved, like obviously we have to both record over Zoom. So we've kind of like figured that out. We got it all down to a science, y'all. The wind be howling in the background. I figured out kind of how to like alleviate that a little bit. We basically sound engineers now.
Almost. Shit. So much has happened. We've recorded in multiple different places. You've had an apartment, and then you moved. Then I was in one house, and now I'm in another house. So much growth. You didn't have a baby.
I know.
Went back to school. I bought a house.
I was already in school when we started recording.
Really? In 2021?
Yeah, I started school in 2020.
Okay. I didn't remember.
Yeah.
So many things. So many things have happened.
And it's just so much fun having a hobby because even though I have interests, I don't think that I ever really had like a hobby where it's like, okay, I need to block out some time so I can do my hobby. You know what I mean? And it's so much fun to have a hobby with your best friend because it's our time. It's our time.
I also like, and I hate that. Like, have you seen those TikToks when like the little white incel guys are like, girls don't have hobbies, and
girls
then there's
have
just
more
like
hobbies than boys.
Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I don't know any men with hobbies outside of playing video games.
Yeah, no. I mean, maybe going to the gym, but maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. But
I feel like women's hobbies are more like very in depth. It's like
this is the most like activity hobby I've ever had, like a consistent thing. Cause like, you know, I'm a crafter. Yeah. I got undiagnosed ADHD. 1 minute I'm painting a wall. The next minute I'm building some shit. The next minute I'm sewing again. The next minute I'm trying to start a business on Etsy. 5 minutes later, that's over. Like that's me.
You're very talented.
Oh, thank you. I feel like I'm a jack of all trades and a
You
master of
really
none.
are. Oh, well, I was like, oh yeah, you really are. And then you finish the sentence. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. I do a lot of things pretty good. I don't think I'm excellent at any one thing, but that's okay. It's because I cannot focus. And this is like
Yeah.
the longest I've ever focused on one particular hobby.
Besides blogging.
Yeah, I did. I have hyper focused on that to the point where I think I'm a decent blogger. And
Mm-hmm.
everything else, like I'll just do it for like 2 weeks and then move
And
on
then
to
you
the
be
next
over
thing.
it. You built a
Yeah.
dollhouse.
Yeah.
You did like that whole like hocus pocus
The
thing for
trunk or treat
Halloween, for
thing.
trunk or treat.
Yeah.
Like you do a lot of stuff.
I've become a plant mom. Like I have
You
like
you
15
you
plants
make
in my house.
you make me feel like a slacker. I'm just like I also am very indecisive though. So like I think I want to do a lot of things. I
Mm-hmm.
have a lot of hopes and dreams. But it's
Mm-hmm.
the actual like bringing it to fruition.
True. I think you have a lot more patience and you're a lot more financially responsible
That
than I
too.
am. So that's why like you probably haven't started a lot of hobbies. Me, it's
Mhm.
just like I want plants, so I'll go and buy 10 plants.
Yeah, like I
And
really want to do the cabinets in the house, but I'm
mm-hmm.
just like, can I afford that? Can I think like, do I have the time for it? I don't want to start it and then like one
See me, I would
bathroom
have
is
been
done.
I would have been at Lowe's already.
Exactly.
I would have been on my 5th Lowe's trip already.
But when I do decide to do something, I am like you when I'm just like hyper focused and I'm just like, this is what I'm doing. But I have to
Mm-hmm.
like firmly decide that that's what I want because I am very
Yeah.
indecisive. But once I make up my mind,
Yeah.
goat like, because I'm a Capricorn.
Well, yeah, now you've learned about our neurosppicy tendencies, so you're welcome.
Oh my
um,
goodness.
I was looking at our Anchor account, and this is going to be our 70th episode.
70.
70 episodes.
I would have put money on the fact that we probably had recorded like 100.
You think so?
Probably not.
I don't know if
I just think that because we've had so many, because we would do like, well, I guess if we would have done individual episodes for like the TV shows, we definitely would have been.
Oh yeah.
Because but we were doing the movies and the TV shows in the same episode.
But the crazy thing is, like, I looked back and like all of those little episodes that we did for like just Loki, they did terrible. Nobody listened to them.
Oh.
So I was like, why y'all don't like us just talking about Loki for 30 minutes? Okay, whatever.
Dang. F y'all did.
Right. But I do appreciate the other plays. According to Anchor, we have 7,203 plays of all time.
Ooh. What was our most listened to episode? Can you look at that?
Yeah, I believe it was the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness episode. That's just my best guess. Because I feel like we uploaded those TikToks.
Oh yeah, I was about to say because we definitely had TikTok in a tizzy.
Ooh, yeah, we shook the table. Fun. I don't even remember what we was talking about on TikTok. Oh fuck yeah, the lunchbox. Yes, that was our top episode, and we got 309 plays from that episode, followed by our Black Panther Wakanda Forever review, and
also
then,
because TikTok was in a tizzy.
Yes. And then
so when we're controversial is when we get a lot of plays.
Yeah, and I wonder what happened to all those people that like hate listening to our episodes. Like,
hey, boo.
I wonder if they stuck
around. Because I know
you
still listening with your listening ass.
Speaking of people still listening, the third highest listened to episode was our first episode, Iron Man. And I know why that is. And that's because when we first started on Facebook, all of our old high school friends and stuff was like, oh my God. And they listened to that one episode and did not come back. Fuck y'all, okay?
Right. What do you think is your favorite episode that we recorded?
I feel like both of the Black Panther episodes was probably our best. because we put a lot of effort into that because we was like, we from the south side of Wakanda, so we gotta come with it. I like that episode, and I also like the episodes when we were like going through our ranking of like all the movies. Those are my favorite episodes. What about you?
I think, okay, just based off of the episodes that I've gone back and listened to, I really loved like our Infinity War episode. I think maybe our Endgame episode too. I can't remember, but
it's funny that those are your favorite episodes, and I think you said those are your favorite movies, so
they are. But I just think that we were just like such good podcasters in those episodes.
Yeah, I
think we had a lot of like research and a lot of just very good information, background information to share and stuff.
True. Yeah. We were in our research bag. I feel like by the summer of like 2022 was when we really started getting like good. Like when we were going over like Daredevil and stuff, like that's when I was like really telling people, like strangers on the street, like, hey, I do a podcast. Like this just a fucking heat, bro. Like,
exactly. And you know,
here go my business card.
I was thinking, and the reason why I want to go back to recording so much is because like I really want to finish like Daredevil. I've been like abstaining. Yes. Like, and I want to finish that. I want to finish Punisher and all of that stuff. So I'm just like, I can't wait to.
I have a secret.
What?
So when we stopped recording, I watched like half of that season 3, episode 1 of Daredevil. And I felt so bad. I was like, I'm doing this without Shani. This is wrong. Please forgive me.
You know what's so funny is I was like, I should just watch it and just try and remember. But the thing is, I want it to be fresh, and I want my opinions and everything to be fresh, and everything be fresh in my memory for when we talk about it, and like the novelty of it and everything. So I was like, nah, I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, I think ultimately that's why I stopped. Outside of me just feeling guilty, I was like,
oh, I'm glad you felt bad.
I was like, when it comes time to watch this, like, I'm not gonna remember. I'm gonna have to rewatch it, and who has time for that? So
exactly, because that's gonna be fun.
Yes. So do you want to talk about any more anniversary stuff before we move on? I do have like some random thoughts that I've been jotting down over the past 2.5 weeks.
Okay. I don't think I have any, but just to all those who have been listening for the past 2 years, thank you. Yes. We appreciate it. This one time, I think it was like last month, I sent Brittany like our ratings and things that people have said like on Apple Podcast and
oh my God.
Spotify. I think you just rate it. I don't think you leave a review, but we had like 5 stars on Spotify. And I think we have 5 on Apple Podcasts too. And people said some really nice things. Like the first few people were people that we knew, and it's like, thank you, but like y'all gotta say that stuff or else, you know, we coming for your fucking necks.
I know where you live. So.
Exactly. But then when it started to get to be like the people that we don't know, like complete strangers and everything, or even people that tag us on Instagram, or when their Spotify does the yearly wraps. And it's like, oh, we're in your top 5. Like, that is so cool to us because it's not like we some celebrity that has like a podcast and, you know, they automatically have like a fan base that's going to listen. So it's just really cool that people think that we're 5-star podcast worthy. Yeah. Even though it is like a smaller group of people. I'd rather have like that smaller group of people that think we're amazing than like this huge following that just be like, fuck these bitches. Like, or always have something to say in our comments, or, you know, want to leave angry reviews and
or have Straw Hat Goofy stitch us in a fucking video.
Exactly. I don't want that because I'll come for him. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's going to be Chicago versus Compton real fucking fast, baby. I
play with the right ones.
Yeah, as far as the like, definitely thank you to everybody who listens and to the people who have written in. Y'all helping us like have content and have something to talk about, and y'all are engaged listeners. Because if you write in, then that means that you're gonna listen to hear if we reach your shit. So
exactly,
I appreciate that, and I'm so proud of us because when we started this, like, even though like when I saw that we had done 70 episodes, I didn't know if that, I mean, it seemed like a big number, but if you would have said 100, I would have been like, yeah, sure.
Exactly.
But just even the fact that we recorded more than like 15 is crazy to me, especially since they're all like over an hour long for the most part. So
that's a lot of content.
That's a lot of fucking content, guys. And like, it's been played over 7,000 times. That's wild. So I'm really happy about that. And I'm happy that even though like I am a very ambitious person and I am somebody who hyper focuses on stuff and does not have a chill, it has been nice to bring some balance to my life because I know you are not like that. And then we have also had conversations about like how the fandom is, and like, you know, the harder you work, the more you market, the more episodes you have, the more videos you put out, the more eyes that are going to find you. And that's more opportunities for the wrong eyes to find you. And
you see right that now, in our view, like in our most watched episodes, they're the ones that had people like very upset and angry.
Yeah. It's a fucking trade-off. And both of us are pretty much on the same page. Like, we want to keep doing this and enjoying ourselves. And if something like maybe a business opportunity or something comes from it, fine. But that's not really our main goal. And I'm going to just be honest, it's because of the toxic fandom. Like, both of us are not chronically online. This is not our entire personality or our whole life. And so I don't want to be bullied because some mouth-breathing ass nerd living in his mama's basement is very fucking passionate about Marvel and has made it his entire life, and he hates women and has never had sex before, and now he wants to bully me online, and I got kids and a full-time job. Be so fucking for real. I don't have time.
And man, like, you think I'm about to argue with you? How about you go find some cooch to be in? Like,
okay, like... The only man on this planet that I'm finna argue with is the one that's married and helping me pay these fucking bills, okay? Like, I don't have nothing to say to the rest of y'all. So we keeping it love and light and positive over here. And I'm enjoying all of our casual Marvel fans who have found us and appreciate our content. So we here for y'all, and we gonna stay here for y'all as much as we can.
As long as we can. I mean, and in the next 5 years when we have our 100th episode... It'll be thanks to you.
Yes.
Who knows how long it's going to be for us to get to 100.
Man, you know what? I would not underestimate us, though, because I feel like once we get to talking about Secret Wars, I think I'm just predicting right now in my brain that we're going to find a rhythm. We're probably going to record an episode maybe twice a month. And we're going to talk about these movies as they release. And then as you get more comfortable, or maybe get you a work from home job, maybe we'll go back to weekly episodes. Yep. But for you, like, having a brand new baby and, like, you know, doing all of that, we've uploaded like what, 4 episodes? I feel like that's good. I feel like the fact that we are even doing this right now is a good sign. Because when we went on hiatus, I was like, it's probably like a 60-40% chance we coming back. I don't know.
60% probably not. Like,
right. I was like, we gonna see. I don't know. But here we are.
Exactly. I was just about to say something and it's gone.
Oh, speaking of TikTok and vitriol, I wrote this down. I uploaded a TikTok video about Pedro Pascal because people were saying
Poppy
Pascal might come to the MCU. Somebody said, like, I think they said he had a meeting with, no, I'm mixing him up with The Rock. Anyway, it was just a rumor. Nobody has confirmed or denied anything. Right. And people on the internet were acting like it was just fucking an atrocity that Pedro Pascal could even be in the MCU. And my thing is...
because they think that he's too good for it, but he does Star Wars?
Come on.
This is just like our other episode when I was just like, people never mention Fast and the Furious in these conversations or Star Wars in these conversations when they're talking about all these like franchises and stuff like that. But for whatever reason, Marvel gets all the hate.
And you know what? Outside of that, people are just fucking fake. Because had Pedro Pascal been like thinking about being in Marvel before The Last of Us came out, nobody would have said that. Exactly. Because a lot of them, including me, are very fucking late to the Pedro Pascal train. He's been in a lot of stuff. Like, I didn't even remember. I've seen The Equalizer 2. He was in that. I had no fucking clue. I've seen that movie. He's been in so many things, and people are just going back like, oh, yeah, he was in that. Yeah, because y'all wasn't fucking checking for bro. Y'all was
right. Y'all was not with him shooting in the gym. Not gonna lie, I wasn't either. I know him from Game of Thrones. Not gonna lie, that was the first thing I saw him in, but I'm not about to. And the thing is, people look at stuff like Game of Thrones, and then they look at stuff like The Last of Us, and they see him being so serious in these roles. That nigga is so goofy.
Goofy. He is the biggest fucking goofball.
He is such a goofball. I was about to say he's such a goofy, but that he's not such a goofy. He is
not a Chicago goofy. No,
exactly. That's why when I said it, it just sounded like a freaking insult. And I'm like, no. But he I think he would fit right in, like, with the obviously he's very active. Like, he does like these action roles and stuff like that. He's a good actor. He has a good sense of humor. He wouldn't take things too seriously like The Rock would. And I think that he would just like enjoy being a part of it.
Yeah. I think he would make it fun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know who he would play, but I think it would be really fun to see him.
I wrote down in my little notes, I said, what is Joel if not Hispanic Apocalypse Frank Castle?
That is so accurate.
The math, don't it? It makes sense.
That is very accurate.
Yes. If y'all have watched The Last of Us, if you saw like them last couple episodes, that's Frank Castle, baby.
He is.
That's Frank Castle without the AR, but that's him. I know Frank Castle when I see him.
No. Wait. I had to. What was the joke that I said to you? The little rhyme?
Oh, shit. I don't know. I saved that voice note, though.
You say you saved it?
Yeah.
Oh, I said, roses are red, milk chocolate tastes great. No. Wait.
Oh, what is wrong with you? Oh my God.
I thought about that in the shower, and that was the first thing that I did when I got out. I sent that to you.
Oh, that was phenomenal. Thank you. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Chef's kiss.
Oh my God. So my question that I wrote since I was thinking about this 2 weeks ago, I was like, so who is too good for the MCU?
Let's see.
Which this is a hard question to answer because we really have had some heavy hitters.
I was about to say Michael Douglas. He's already there.
Yeah.
Let's see. Maybe like Denzel Washington?
And then you know what? I don't even know if it's too good. I just think like you just don't fit. Yeah. Because like I could never see Leonardo DiCaprio in an MCU movie.
No.
And I don't think that is like
he is someone that would take it takes things too seriously.
Yeah, he don't fit. He don't fit at all. And I don't think Denzel fit either.
No.
Even though he does some wacky things.
Even
the Equalizer is wacky. Like, they're doing a third one. That man is like 72.
Yeah, he needs to just go ahead and chill out.
I'm gonna watch it though. I'm just saying it's goofy. It's a silly, goofy time, but whatever.
Who is okay? I'm really like sitting here trying to think, but I think I was gonna say like Brad Pitt, but I'm pretty sure he's already in the talks of being in a Marvel movie. And
he was in Deadpool too. Briefly.
I don't remember. I didn't.
He was that invisible guy. It was such a weird, like, oh my God, that's Brad Pitt. And then he was gone. So
well, it'd be funny if they got Brad Pitt because Matt Damon already in it. They didn't just need George Clooney.
Yeah.
I can't really think. Also, Brad Pitt is what I was gonna say. Brad Pitt is so silly. Like, I don't know. He probably I'm sure he's hella toxic in his real life, but I just think that he's like the right type of silly and the right type of like fun actor to come into the MCU. I would want him as a villain though, just like a one-off. Like,
I think I would enjoy, outside of his personal bullshit, because we've heard about that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I would enjoy seeing Brad Pitt because it's just so different. But I feel like he could do it in a way that I don't think Leo could. But maybe I'm underestimating Leo. I don't know.
Would Leo do it?
Probably fucking not.
But true. Okay, but then like, did you see Don't Look Up?
Yes.
Because that movie was kind of silly.
It was.
Meryl Streep, I don't really see her. I don't see a shape for her. Sorry, that's a Succession joke. But I don't really see a shape for her in the MCU.
No. And you know what? I would have said the same thing for Helen Mirren, but she was in Shazam too.
I was just about to say I didn't see it. I just saw her in the preview.
Yeah. I think our takeaway from this conversation is that I don't think anybody is too good for these movies. Like, if we didn't have like Oscar winners that have already been in it, then I would have said like maybe. Like if the MCU cast was just like low level actors and new people, then I would be like, oh, maybe it's like a little, but it's not.
Right. And the fact that like Christian Bale was just in a movie.
Yeah.
Like we've had Anthony Hopkins. Like.
We've had like prestigious directors.
Exactly. Like it definitely loses its like the validity of that argument when you've had people of such high caliber playing in a superhero movie.
I think people should just be 100% honest and just say you hate the MCU for no reason. Just say that. It's okay. You don't have to convince us. You don't have to justify it. It's okay to hate stuff. It's okay to hate stuff for no reason.
It is. Because I hate
just be honest
for no reason.
Facts. Fucking facts.
Like Chrissy Teigen.
She's very annoying.
Every time I just see her on my timeline for whatever reason, I just be like...
And you know what? I forgot. It was some controversy that happened, and I feel like I've seen like considerably like less of Chrissy Teigen after that. I can't remember what the controversy was. But at one point, she was always on the internet in our face. Yeah. It
was something like people think that she's like a child molester or something, right?
Oh, maybe. Maybe that was it.
Like that was a part of, it was like, you know, all those like conspiracy theorists and stuff like that.
Oh, did this happen with
apparently it's like Pizzagate for that. But then apparently she's also like a bully.
Yeah. You know, it pays nothing to be bullies, especially in the age of the internet. Did you see about those girls at that softball game? Mm-mm. It was on TikTok, like some
girls with the dark hair.
Yeah, they were like bullying the other girl, or she said they were bullying her. She was like taking pictures of herself. Like you could see she's a screen recording and you could see her posing. And then there's two bitches in the back that's like looking at her and talking to each other and giggling. And then they start like pretending like they taking pictures. And she's saying like in the caption of her video, she's like, this is me realizing that they're talking about me and getting sad. And so everybody on the internet went fucking feral. And then they doxed those two women and I think got them fired from their jobs. Like it escalated really fucking fast.
And that's why you should just be a good person.
That's why you should be a good person and mind your fucking business. But it's brought up this whole conversation where like people on the internet like have been wronged in their life and then they see somebody else being wronged and now they're just like, she had to die. You gotta die for every wrong thing that's ever happened to anybody. You are getting crucified. And like, I agree, like, those bitches was being bitches. And if she would have turned around and been like, bitch, what's up? That's probably what the correct course of action would have been. Or just like, whatever, moved. So, I don't know. I feel two ways about it. Like, on the one hand, that's what y'all fucking get. But on the other hand, if me and you is in public and being shady and somebody catches that on camera, I don't want to lose my fucking job.
Just because I'm a little mean sometimes.
Just because I'm a little mean. But they didn't say nothing to her.
I don't think it's worth losing a job over.
Yeah, that's a little extreme.
Maybe just like get some like public scrutiny, but to lose your job over being
a little
shady,
shamey. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, especially when there's people losing their jobs because they saying like the N word, like, right. So you just being lumped in with them.
It got to be some middle ground. You're exactly right.
Like, why you recording me? Why you recording me and putting me on the internet without my permission? Because now I'm about to sue you.
Right. But it's like, I don't know. They shouldn't have been being bitchy, but at the same time, it's like they didn't say anything to her. Like they weren't like saying things. They didn't throw shit at her. They didn't actually bully her. And we don't know, like as the internet, we only saw that one clip. We couldn't hear their conversation. She said, I heard their conversation and realized they were bullying. We don't know if she was fucking lying or not.
Exactly.
And now the bitches is unemployed. Like, it's still fuck them. Actually, that's crazy.
I saw like a screenshot of it, and then somebody was just like looked at the reviews for one of the girls' jobs, and they left like 1,000 1-star reviews for her job.
Wow.
And was just going ham. Basically, they had to close the job.
Damn. And you know what? Like, that's one of my fears. Just like, as an introverted person with RBF, sometimes I'll be looking crazy as fuck. Mm-hmm. But my feelings on the inside be completely different. I would hate for somebody to record me like, and I just look at this bitch. Right? I'm thinking about how I gotta wash clothes when I get home.
I was just about to say, whole time I'm thinking about, did I go to Wendy's twice yesterday?
Right. Did I lock the door?
People are like, she's a bitch. I be like, right. What? I'm trying to think of the last time I ate a freaking vegetable.
Right. It didn't have nothing to do with you, and now I'm fired, and my kid's hungry. Like, goddamn. Life be lifing. What you saying? Life moves fast, baby.
Life comes at you fast.
Woo, God.
Okay, let's take a quick break.
All right. Okay, so another thing that I jotted down in my random thought bank is I'm tired of post-credit scenes. I know I already talked about this in the last episode. What movie was we talking about?
Have no idea.
Neither. But
Ant-Man?
Maybe.
Was that the last movie?
Yes. That's what we were talking about. And so I remember I thought about it then, but then we went and saw John Wick. Why does John Wick have a post-credit scene?
Yeah, that's kind of stupid.
Like, I get it for the superhero movies. Like, this is a genre, okay? It's a genre. I get that that's what we do. So if I'm going to see superhero shit and it's Marvel or DC, sure. Fine, even though it still irritates me. I think, personally, if there is going to be a post-credit scene, it should be after, like, the little flashy, cute one.
It should be the mid-credits.
Yes.
It should not be, I do not need to know who your assistant was or where the movie was shot. No. Or who, like, did the boomstick or whatever it's freaking called. Like, I don't need to know that.
Shout out to all them people. I hope the check cleared, but I don't care. Like,
exactly.
Come on.
That is it's abuse at this point.
It is. And then the John Wick 4 post-credit scene had the nerve to be after all of the shit. And we didn't even wait. Honestly, like, Prince was like, is it a post-credit? I was like, I don't care. Come on, let's go. And
we
then
can look at Googled it on YouTube.
Yes, and that's exactly what I just read the description of what it's going to be. And I was like, oh, that's cool. They could have just put that at the end of the movie, though. Like, why are we doing this still?
Yeah, and then it seems like, I feel like the post-credit scenes, like, in Marvel, like, before this, like, new phase, well, I'd say before, like, phase 4, I feel like they were either directly tied into the next movie. Sometimes they would be a credit, like not a credit, like a trailer. Sometimes it would literally be a scene from the next movie. Sometimes it was just like something funny, which y'all can keep that shit too. Because if it don't
put it on the fucking DVD, guys.
Exactly. Because if it don't have nothing to do with the next movie and you making me watch this, you making me wait to watch this, I mean, I'm mad. I'm irritated. But like, I feel like in phase 4, what they've been doing is introducing another character. You know what I mean? Like, and that's really irritating because it's just like, when is this person going to come up again?
Yeah,
because they did it in Multiverse of Madness with Charlize Theron's character. Yeah, and she popped up, and apparently she's gonna come back up at some point.
Maybe.
sometime, maybe. And we have to remember her from the post-credit scene, and she was in the movie for 30 seconds. And then they did it again in Love and Thunder when it was Zeus's son. Was it Hercules?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, okay, like when is this person gonna come up again? Because if you introducing this 16 movies ahead of when I'm gonna actually be able to, like, you know, when this person's gonna be actually in a movie, then that's kind of silly.
Oh, I just had a thought. Okay. In reference to what you were saying, I fucking agree. I feel like it should be some kind of like rule or guideline. Like, you introducing a new character, we need to see them within the next 2 movies that's releasing.
Yeah.
I don't want to wait until Doctor Strange 3 or 4, whatever fucking number we are on right. in the next 5 years to see old ass Charlize Theron. Like, let's
exactly wrap it up.
Y'all could have put that at the end of another movie that was coming out closer to the release of Doctor Strange or something. Like, make it make sense. And then also, I just thought about Hercules because I read all of the Dan Slott She-Hulk comics. And Hercules is in there. And now that we know that Chris Hemsworth is probably not coming back, or he's only going to do one more movie, I'm hoping, because like him and Thor are supposed to be besties in the comics. And then that comic book run, Hercules was in there. And he's funny. Like, he's kind of like how Thor is. Like, he's so strong, but he's like super masculine, stupid, but nice and kind of dumb. Like, he's an alien. He's a fucking Greek. Yes, he's a himbo Greek guy who's just on Earth. And then he ends up like working at a fucking construction company. Like, it gets weird, but I loved it. It was a good time. Yeah. So I hope they do something like that so that we can still get that. Because I enjoy funny Thor. I know a lot of people hate it. But it's my jam.
Way more fun than serious Thor. I think it plays into Chris Hemsworth's strengths.
Exactly.
Because he's such a likable person.
Yeah, and then I didn't want to see him acting like he was in a fucking Shakespeare play for all them goddamn movies. Y'all.
He wouldn't be up there as our favorite Chris.
No, I don't think so. Oh, and so I was looking at this TikTok, and I know we've talked about this before on our podcast. I don't know what episode it was. I just want to reiterate it for the men, because it was a girl I follow. Her name is Roxanne, and she was talking to some guy on the podcast, and she was like talking about Thor, and he was like, so a white man? And she was like, no, Thor. And he was like, he's from Australia. She was like, the god? And he's like, no, Chris Hemsworth. And she's like, no, Thor, not Chris Hemsworth. He could not understand what the fuck she was talking about at all.
We separated.
It's different. Because no, I don't want Chris Hemsworth, the actor. I want Thor.
Right, the character.
Yes, it's 2 different things. 2 different vibes. 2 different everythings.
I named my child after the character, not the man that plays him.
Thank you. Wonderful man. Great gowns. Beautiful gowns. But he is not the God of Thunder, okay?
Exactly. I was going to ask you something.
Oh, yes.
My freaking brain just don't work anymore.
Oh, my God. Before you, when you think about that, I was going to add that it was a trailer, a post-credit scene at the end of Scream 6. For what fucking reason? Well, we didn't wait, because Prince was like, the lights came on and I stood up. He's like, is it a post-credit scene? I was like, I don't fucking care. Let's go. Yeah. I Googled it in the car, and it was like very meta, because you know those movies are super meta, and it was something like very on the nose, like, oh, the post-credit scene. And I was just like, I would have been so fucking irritated.
And it was at the very, very end?
Yes. Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely, it was some people who waited, and I was just looking at them like, y'all don't got shit else to do.
How do you know if it's not a Marvel movie, how do you know to wait after the post-credit scene?
I think people are either Googling it, or they're just waiting an extra 10 minutes in an empty movie theater for no reason at all. Maybe it's us. Maybe it's I'm at a different time in my life. Like, if I was single and like had a drink and I was on a date, I would just sit there and just enjoy my life. But I'd be wanting to go home. I don't know.
I feel like when I was single, I would still be wanting to go home. If it's not like a Marvel movie, like what am I waiting for?
Right. We could go make out in the car. We don't have to sit in here.
I'm like, I have a house. Like,
right?
we can go inside. Like, I'm not married. I promise.
Maybe the high school kids are really enjoying it because it's like an extra 10 minutes in the movie theater. They get to make out before they have to go home. Their mama is in the car outside. I don't know.
High school kids is out freaking doing shrooms somewhere.
Probably.
I don't even know if they go to the movies.
Oh, these new kids. Scary, scary stuff.
For real.
So, I don't know if you've heard about this, but all 7 of the Harry Potter books are being turned into TV shows.
I did see that, and I saw that the world is in an uproar because
of course
J.K. Rowling is going to be involved, and I'm not I'm not 100% sure why the world hates her. Is it because she's transphobic?
She's transphobic and crazy. I think she might be a little racist. I don't know. Maybe not racist because according to her, Hermione should have been black. But did you say that while they were casting and producing the film, or did you wait until years later when people was reading the books again and saying, hey, she probably should have been black, and then you wanted to get some cool points, so you said on Twitter, yeah, she should have been black? Because I feel like it's the second one.
Yeah, 100%. Especially like if she had any type of say.
Yeah, which she does, I believe. Like, I don't think they can do anything with Harry Potter without her being involved.
Also, did you see what I tagged you in when they said, like, in Hunger Games, Katniss was supposed to be, like, indigenous?
Mm-hmm.
Or at least
I went
a
on
woman
a
of color?
whole Hunger Games, like, thing, like, 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I had saw that video. And it just added so much more depth to the movies and the books. Because I read the books first, and then I watched the movies. And then, like, when I was rewatching the movies, I don't know. You've seen the movies, right?
Yeah, I hate watched them a few years ago.
You sure did. I don't know why I didn't text you because I had nobody to sell this thought to. So we're going to talk about this. Then we're going to go back to Harry Potter because I had something interesting to say about that. But as I was watching the movie, so like Gail is her boo thing in the beginning. And then she goes and do the Hunger Games, and Peeta they have this PR relationship. And like the rest of the fucking franchise, especially them last 2 movies, he is just like, without saying it, he's like, but you really like me though, right? Like, I'm gonna get some coochie at the end of this, right?
Yeah.
Right? Very fucking heavy. And I was just like, this is so goddamn toxic.
It was very toxic. They were very much trauma bonded.
Yes. And Gail is still like, they are dropping bombs on the fucking bunker that y'all in. And they escape, like they get out. And the first conversation, as they're looking at the sunlight, after they thought they was going to die, he asking her about some coochie. Are you fucking serious? That's all you, wow. I was just watching it in disbelief, like they really is finna die. And her best friend / fake boyfriend is in the Capitol being tortured. He got anorexia and everything. Like, motherfuckers is dying.
Yeah. And
Gail is still trying to get in her pants. Wow.
I love that for him. But, like, pick a time. Pick a time and a place,
right. Buddy. I'm so happy they didn't end up together at the end. That's what he fucking deserved.
Oh, when I meant trauma bonded, I meant Peeta.
Oh, yeah.
I did not like him either. I didn't like any of them. Honestly, they were all pretty insufferable, in my opinion. Yeah, I kind of really like not reading, but seeing those like TikToks and stuff, it makes me want to go and read the books. I don't know if I've like passed that age range or whatever where it might be fascinating, but...
No, I read them when I was grown.
Oh, okay.
I like them. Yeah. I felt that way about Twilight. Like, I see a lot of Twilight content, and I did read those books, but I read them when I was in high school, I want to say, and I don't think I could enjoy that now.
Terrible.
Yeah. I hate watching them movies. It's so much fun. And I also love the TikToks, like, of the Twilight scholars who have read the books over and over, seen the movies, and they be like just going through all the fucking plot holes. Like, this bitch was indoctrinating the fuck out of y'all. This didn't make sense. That didn't make sense. She should have did this, but she did this instead. I love it.
They're absolutely terrible movies. But back to Harry Potter.
All right. Okay. So They said that each book is getting a season. Yes. And I was like, wow, in 20 years, the MCU will be rebooted into like a TV show. And I was like, what if every movie like got a season? We would be eating so good.
when we're what, like in our 50s?
Yes.
Watching with our grandkids.
Yes. So then I was bored. So I was like, okay. I was thinking, what's my favorite MCU movie that like I know the plot of? So I came up with Thor. The Thor show, season 3 of Thor's TV shows is Ragnarok. Okay. Right. Episode 1. Thor defeats Surtur and returns to Asgard to find Loki has been impersonating Odin. He bumps into the Warriors 3 and he asks about Sif. They tell him that about Loki, and then the confrontation happens. Episode 2, they go to Earth. They meet Doctor Strange, who leads them to Odin. And then at the end of the episode, Hela emerges because he's dead.
Right. And it's like a little cliffhanger till the next week.
Yes. And then episode 3, Loki and Thor toss out the Rainbow Bridge and they end up on Sakaar. And then Thor enters the ring to fight 4. It begins and we see that, oh my God, it's the Hulk. That's episode 4, just right off the beginning. And then, after they fight, he gets his plan. He recruits Valkyrie. We probably get more flashbacks from the Hulk showing, what happened after Age of Ultron, leading up into when he got to Sakaar, backstory.
Ooh, maybe we get a whole episode of just backstory for the Hulk.
Yes. This is the Hulk's episode. Then episode 5, they escape Sakaar with Banner and Loki. They go to Asgard. And then they get Heimdall on them, all of that shit. Episode 6 is the final battle with Hela. That's the season finale. And then the post-credit would be Thanos showing up. 6-episode Disney Plus show. I just did it for y'all. Come on.
Cut the check.
Cut the check.
Fucking check.
Come on.
I actually really love that. And I just think that because I was listening to a different podcast and they're like, okay, why is it getting a TV show? Why is each book a season? And they're like, because you can go into way more in depth when you have a TV show, because in a movie you got 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours to tell a story, or people are going to check out. Yeah. But if you do a hour-long TV show, maybe 45 minutes or whatever, every 6 to 10 episodes, you can tell way more of the story, because we know it's all in every movie. There's always something that ends up on a cutting room floor. Yeah. And it's always parts of the movie that you go back and you look at the deleted scenes and you're like, wow, I wish they would have kept that in. But for some reason they had to cut it. They had to, trim the fat somewhere. And that was just something that got sacrificed. So it's, as much as it sucks, it's basically having a TV show is a way to explain more of the story.
Yeah. And I think having movies, like a 2-hour movie turned into 1 season of TV, I think that's perfect. But I feel like having a book turned into 6 hour-long episodes is crazy, especially when it's George R.R. Martin style books. I love Game of Thrones, but 10 episodes is not fucking enough. It's not.
It's not that 10 episodes weren't enough, because pretty much, I mean, they did cut out a lot, but 10 episodes, they told the whole story of the first book in that 10 episodes. Like I said, they did cut out a lot. It's the fact that they were trying to do a book a season, and them books is too damn big. You need more seasons. Yeah. Because the Red Wedding in the books happens in the middle of a book. It doesn't happen at the end of a book like it did in the show. It happened in the middle. I mean, at the end of the season. So it's they just needed more seasons. Because I don't think that I don't know. I can't wrap my head around just watching a show for over 10 seasons now, or over 10 weeks now.
Oh no, I can.
Because it's too much content coming out. Because after that 10 weeks, it's something else coming on. We got to move on to the next show.
Well, for me, I rarely ever watch things as they're coming out. Literally Game of Thrones and Marvel is the only shows that I do that with. Everything else, I pretty much wait until it's been a couple episodes or the whole season has been put out, and I binge it when I feel like it. it's only like Marvel and Game of Thrones. Like literally that's it. And then like The Last of Us. But I only watched that with Prince because we was bored. We weren't doing the podcast, wasn't doing nothing else. So I was like, let's watch this show. But
like one of my favorite podcasts was talking about that show, and they've been going strong. When was the last season or the last episode of House of the Dragon?
Like a couple months ago.
Because they did House of the Dragon, and right after that White Lotus started. They covered White Lotus. After that, Last of Us started. They covered The Last of Us, and now we in Succession. I'm like, what's next?
I can't watch TV like that. Oh my God.
I'm eating. Okay. But like the thing is, it's like, okay, it's once every Sunday. And then it like, obviously listening to a podcast like helps you digest it a little bit better. But it's like at the latest, I'll watch it on a Monday because I don't like to have to dodge spoilers and stuff like that.
I think like with the George R.R. Martin stuff, I agree with just more episodes in general. I don't care how you break it up in seasons. Like if you want to give me 10 episodes in January and then give me another 10 in September, I'm fine with that. It just needs to be more like especially from somebody who hasn't read the books and I don't know this stuff. When I'm seeing like deleted scenes of Daemon and his girls and that's been cut out, I'm like, why? Like y'all could have showed me that. Like you could have saved that. Like I don't know. Like make it longer. Put a break in between something.
And it's not like on HBO they have like advertisements that they don't have to show commercials. So it's like you kind of can make it as long as you want to.
Yeah.
Like cause some episodes will be like damn near 2 hours long, and then some episodes will be like 45 minutes. So it's like y'all obviously have like more creative freedom than like network TV shows.
Exactly.
So do what you
Why y'all not using it? Yeah.
Do what y'all gotta do.
Yeah. But I don't know. I am happy because you're right. We do get a lot of content and it's a lot, like a big variety of content now. I do kind of wish like we got more episodes, like, but everything can't be like, 20 episodes like it's a fucking ABC drama.
Yeah, no.
I get that. I personally feel like 13 episodes is good. I think that's like the Netflix show model. Like everything get pretty much 13 episodes. Yeah. I'd be good with that.
I'm even okay with 10, but 6, 7, anything less than 10 is
that
crazy.
Disney Plus shit. Them 6 episodes.
That doesn't make any sense to me. And then like the story doesn't feel complete because it's like y'all did a bunch of exposition and y'all barely like told us who the freaking villain was, and then now the show is over. Like 10 episodes would have been like completely like fleshed out more. Side note. Did you watch Yellow Jackets?
I started it and then I no longer have a Showtime subscription, so I never finished it.
Do you have Paramount Plus?
I do. It's on. I thought you had to have Showtime to watch it on there too, you know?
Oh, I don't know. I don't pay for it. But it's on Paramount Plus, and
I've seen it on there, but I thought it was one of those things that I would have to like add another login to watch that.
I have no idea. I have no idea, but I've been watching it. I'm on like episode 3.
I think I watched 2 or 3 episodes before I stopped. Stacy told me to watch that like last summer. And look,
I had been
Stacy don't fucking miss. You and Stacy, like y'all always recommend shows. And it's not even like everything that y'all watch is something I would like, but I feel like y'all know the TV that I like, so y'all be like, this show is for you. I appreciate that. And I also
don't really watch like bad things. Like I just said, I've spent the last 6 months watching HBO every Sunday. So like I don't really watch like bad shows. I really want to get into Barry. I heard that's a really good show.
Oh, Barry is good. I fell off. I think I watched a season and a half of that. It was stressing me out a little bit, so I stopped.
Yeah, I guess they're on their last season. So I'm like, all right. Same with Succession. Everybody like, oh, it's on his last season. Let me hop on the bandwagon.
Them HBO shows know that they will get in and get out. They got a story to tell. You better listen up because it's going to be over.
I love it. I love it, though. I like a succinct story. I don't like when they drag it out and make it not good anymore. Just say, when you starting the show, how you about to end it.
Did you ever watch Sharp Objects?
I read the book, too.
Did? I know you read the book, and ever since, okay, y'all. So when Shani used to live here, we would go to the thrift store sometimes, and we was in the thrift store, and she found that book, and she was like, "Oh, I'll read it." And then we could trade. I was supposed to send her The Handmaid's Tale, and she was gonna send me that one. But The Handmaid's Tale was so fucking traumatic. I could not read it. So every time I go, no, you still have it.
Oh, I don't have it. I thought I gave it to you because I don't have it.
No, girl, I don't get it.
I don't know where it's at then.
Lord, every time I go into a Goodwill, I look for it.
I might have given it to somebody else.
Wow, the betrayal.
I paid like $3 for it, so you wasn't gonna read it anyway.
I have to buy my own damn book. I would have read it because I like the show a lot. I'll give you The Handmaid's Tale because I'm not reading that. My life is scary enough.
That's the same woman that wrote Gone Girl.
Is it really?
I'm pretty sure. And Gone Girl, like the book was so much better than the movie.
I haven't watched the movie. I missed that train. Like everybody was watching it, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna watch that," and then came and went.
I tried to rewatch it not too long ago because it's on HBO Max, and I was just like, I got bored. I think I was on maternity leave, and I was just like, I don't care that much. I know how it ends.
Yeah, I know how it ends now too, and that's why I was just like, well, I guess I don't have to watch it anymore because everybody fucking talked about it to death online. So there you go.
That's how I feel about something. I can't remember what movie or show it is, and I'm like, well, I guess I don't have to watch it because everybody already told me.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about this Jonathan Majors man?
You know, like
this is why you can't. This is why you can't like people.
You cannot I redact my statement when I said that I was Jonathan Majors chin strap. I redacted. I changed my mind. Because one thing I'm not finna be is getting Creed 3 by people. I can't. I'm okay. That shit is crazy. And what's even more crazy to me is that we have still not gotten the footages.
Yeah.
Because when it came out, his lawyer was like, we have irrefutable evidence that he is innocent. Everything is going to come out. And everybody was like, cool, bet.
Where is that?
Where is it? Still have not gotten it. Yeah. And then at this point, he done lost his PR team. His team fucking quit. And then his lawyer had leaked those text messages to TMZ, which was a big fucking mistake. Because
I didn't even read the text messages.
I don't remember what they say now, but they say everything except you didn't do it.
Yeah, somebody the comment section of where I saw the messages, it was like, well, he doesn't admit to he's basically saying that something happened.
Yeah. Because I feel like if my man got arrested, I would be texting him like, I told them that you didn't touch me. I don't understand what's happening. Yeah. I don't get why this is happening. Nothing went down. She never said that. She sounded like somebody who was trying to clean up a mess, and it's really fucking messy.
Yeah. And a lot of women that have been abused are women recant their statements all the time when they don't want to get abused anymore, or they don't want to suffer the consequences. So somebody saying I recant my statement is not evidence enough.
No.
Especially, in the case of court
in the court of public opinion.
The court of public opinion. Thank you. I could not get that phrase out. But yeah, it really has to be some irrefutable evidence that he did not do anything. Because then some people be like, oh, well, he just a black man and people don't want to support a black man when he down and all of this stuff.
The whole race aspect of this is so frustrating.
It is. It is. And it's just I don't know. Because people are like, well, Ezra Miller did way worse and he still got a movie and blah, blah, blah. Not that he should not be your freaking,
right.
Your role model or who you're putting yourself up against or whatever. It's very unfortunate.
And then those situations too are apples to oranges though, because Ezra, he ain't beat a bitch ass. Like, he did a lot of fucked up things, a lot of weird things. But I don't know. It's so totally different, but also both of them are wrong. Like, whether you beating somebody ass or allegedly grooming somebody, but that person is like, no, and her family is not. I don't know. It's weird. Like, a lot of the details with the Ezra stuff is strange. He was breaking into people's house. He was disorderly conduct. Like, that's different than he have a history of domestic violence from years ago. It's different. But again, they're both wrong. And I feel like people are trying to do that whole thing with, like, when Bill Cosby was under fire and they were like, well, what about the white man, Harvey Weinstein? Both of the niggas need to go to jail, y'all.
Exactly.
Both is wrong. What are we supposed to say to this right now?
Right. I was just about to say, I don't remember. It's a really sad thing in my brain right now that I just cannot remember things. But...
And then you got the fucking Dr. Umar looking ass motherfuckers that's just like, well, you shouldn't have been with that white woman. So you wanted him to beat a black woman up? Like, what are y'all saying?
Yeah,
Or are you trying to say that
idiots.
If it was a black woman, then they wouldn't have been into it? Which that's not true, because black women have domestic violence issues in their relationships too. Like, it's getting weird. I'm surprised that Marvel hasn't said anything, because he's already lost.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, well, that's not what I was thinking, but that's what I was just about to say. Like, what do you think Marvel should do? They've like kind of made him the villain of the next million movies.
Yeah, which I feel like they said something like Josh Brolin got a dark past too, and they let that ride.
Oh, what I was gonna say, thank you for saying that. If I had any darkness, any crimes in my past that I committed and, I was afraid that it might come up. Well, I guess narcissists don't really think about this, but I would stay my ass out of the limelight.
I'm trying to Google what Josh Brolin said. Yeah, it was a domestic abuse arrest in 2004. I don't know any details, but he been booked and busy ever since then. I don't know, if he was actually innocent. I know nothing about it, but I really was rooting for this man, and I hope that the video footage does come out and proves without a doubt, like, that he did not put his hands on her. Like, I hope, because he's so talented. He has a really, heart-wrenching story, and he has a child. So I hope that, that child is provided for, and whoever else in his family that he's providing for. Like, I don't want to take food out of nobody's mouth, but at the same time,
you need to suffer the consequences of your actions.
If you are guilty, you need to be punished, because that shit is not fucking okay. You need to get help. You need to leave that lady alone, and hopefully she can get some help. But I don't know. It's looking very fucking scary. I've been trying to hold out hope for him, but then when his PR, like his Olivia Pope and them, they quit, I was like, oh, because to me, that sound like they know some shit that we don't know yet. And then after that, they were saying, like, people are on Twitter talking about the women are coming forward, and people from his past, like, that went to school with him, is coming forward. I don't know who lying, who telling the truth.
Right.
But it's not fucking looking good. And that's why I'm just like, why are y'all waiting to release this footage that y'all said will prove his innocence? Why y'all waiting? Where is it?
Because it don't exist.
Man, it's not looking like it, because I feel like if you was leaking text messages, why wouldn't you just leak the camera footage that y'all said? Yeah, right. That didn't make any sense. So I don't know. But I also hold out hope, because I feel like since he lost some of those movie projects already, if it was bad and if it was proof, then Marvel would have been like, no.
Yeah.
We got to move in a different direction.
Let's say they do choose to move in a different direction. Who would you want to see play Kang?
I've seen people saying John Boyega online. And I think I would be fine with that. I have been wanting, like, Trevante Rhodes in the MCU for a long time. Yaya,
I would like Yaya, or even what's his name? Isaiah Washington? Isaiah Washington. Is that his name?
Which one?
Denzel's son.
Oh, is his name Isaiah Washington? I'm thinking about the other Isaiah Washington, and no, I don't want him. Ooh, what is his name? John David Washington.
Yes, him. I think that he is a very dynamic character that could play multiple versions of the same person.
Yeah, he's super talented.
So is Yaya. So
yeah, and the good thing about Kang is like it's variant, so they could just be like, "Oh, the variant looked different. The variant had a different mama." I don't
exactly. I mean, they had a blue Kang and they had a Kang that looked different. So
the only thing that might make that a little bit sticky is that I feel like I heard that he shot all of his scenes for Loki season 2.
Well,
I might have hallucinated that, but I know he's in it.
Well, it comes out this summer, doesn't it?
Does it? I don't know. Loki season 2 and Secret War is like, I don't know, like after they decided that
under wraps.
They have and people was complaining so fucking hard. Remember they was like, oh, okay, well, we gonna make you bitches starve now. We're hungry.
No, I'm like, we don't have any content coming out.
I think that means that we did our hiatus at the correct time.
Exactly.
Yeah, it says September. I don't know. I'll believe it when it's out. I feel the same way about Secret Wars.
If it's out already, I mean, if they recorded it already, like, obviously don't. It's probably too late to recast for that. But anything that hasn't been shot going forward, just go ahead and replace him. If he's guilty. If he is guilty. Yeah. Now, like I said, it is all public opinion.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah.
If it comes to light that he is innocent, then let that man work, even though the damage is probably done already.
Yeah, but he could be redeemed. People still going up for fucking Chris Brown, and he done did publicly a lot worse shit.
Yeah, he's a terrible human being.
Yeah, and people are still going to his concerts and passing out in front of him and his line of coke that follows him. So there you go. So a lot of trailers have dropped. Did you watch the Marvels trailer?
Where have I been?
Okay, we're going to take a break.
I was just about to say, let's take a break. Which trailers? The Marvels?
The Marvels. Guardians 3, they just came out a trailer, but we're not watching that.
Yeah.
Black Mirror season 6 dropped the trailer.
What?
And that's coming out in June, bitch. I'm ready. Okay. And then The Witcher. Did you see The Witcher season 3 trailer?
What the fuck? When did all of this happen?
I think The Witcher dropped like yesterday or the day before.
Okay. I'm like, what's going on? I've been seeing more The Witcher like fan art and just things on my timeline. But I'm like, that's maybe because I don't really be on Instagram like that.
Yeah. Okay. So watch those and then we're going to discuss.
Okay.
Let's talk about the Marvels first. What did you think?
Oh my God, I was smiling the whole time.
Doesn't it look so fun?
It looks so much fun. It's so cute.
I cannot really wait.
Excited. So since Secret Wars is coming out first, are we right in thinking that occurs first? Or what do you think?
I don't know.
I guess we just gonna have to wait and see.
We're gonna have to wait. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait for some nerd on the internet to be like, so this happens in this part of the timeline, because I can never figure that out on my own.
Yeah, a lot of times I can't either. But yes, it looks like so much fun. Kamala Khan's energy is just like so infectious.
Yes,
it's so cute.
She's so adorable.
Yes, and we already know that Monica and freaking Carol is gonna have some beef. So I'm looking forward to seeing that because they obviously is like, no, we are not a team.
Little niece come back with superpowers. She grown, got powers now. Crazy.
Exactly.
I like her suit.
Yeah.
Her little costume. They did that.
I really like it. I'm really excited to see that one.
Even Brie looks cute. Like, I like how her hair is. I can't wait to see
her hair. I did not like that freaking
the lesbian mohawk thing.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling that. Was not feeling that at all.
I liked it better than that like mom bob she had in the first movie. Her little bump curls just...
That made sense for the 90s though.
It did. It was very what's the name from Friends? Rachel kind of.
Yes.
Little cut. Yeah.
But yeah, she looks really good. She looks kind of thinner.
Yeah, a little bit.
She does look a little... I thought that when she was in Miss Marvel, but yes, I am just really looking forward to this movie. It just looks like a good time.
And people, are hating it. Well, men are hating on it and saying it's going to be mid, even though I haven't seen it. It's only a teaser trailer. It's not even a full fucking trailer. But I feel like this, to me, people might not agree, but I feel like this is getting back to like the fun Marvel. Like, you just get a fun fucking movie. Like... And here you go, it's Iron Man 2. Like, it's just a fun superhero movie. You go, you see some shit explode, you smile and laugh, and then you go home.
Exactly. I think that men on the internet and all these, like, haters, people that hate watch and then go on the internet and be like, I hated the movie. Or even, like, they watch trailers and say, I hate the movie before they've even seen it. Mm-hmm. They've made these movies less fun.
Yes.
Not so much for us, maybe, but, like... just that toxicity, it just makes it less enjoyable when it's just like when you can't enjoy something without people coming and saying, oh, well, you like everything. You don't have any criticisms. Like, but I don't need to have a criticism. It's already there. But I'm like, it doesn't matter.
Right. Or why does everything have to be like filled with criticism? Like, can't you just like something? Or you'd be like, yeah, it wasn't perfect, but I enjoyed it. Why do we have to talk about all the ways in which I hated it? Like, exactly. I had a good time overall.
Exactly. So hopefully this movie can get a fair shake. Even though we already know that shows like Miss Marvel and shows like She-Hulk did not get a good, fair shake because it's a female-led cast. And people don't like that. Me want male superhero. Me want to look at men in tight pants.
If like, super wide vagina. Me no like.
Me no like. So yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that energy. Like, dude, you want to just watch some men in tight pants? Just like, I don't know.
Go it's watch a little homoerotic.
It is. It is. Yeah. Like, why don't you want to watch a woman in a tight outfit?
Yeah.
Kind of suspicious.
Y'all don't like titties? Like how they was mad that She-Hulk was twerking. Y'all don't like ass now? What?
Exactly. Y'all so weird. I enjoyed it. Shit.
Right. She-Hulk got a big old booty. Why she can't shake it?
I don't understand. I don't understand.
I don't get it either. It do look like it's going to be fun. I'm excited that the Nick Fury fans is going to be eating. Like, I love Sam Jackson. I'll watch him read his mail. He's so entertaining to me. Like I was watching some TikTok. He was at an Adele concert. He was like standing up talking to Adele, like asking Adele questions. And I was just captivated. Like
he just seems he's such a good actor. And he just is Nick Fury. And he just he's so funny but so serious and he's awesome. I'm looking forward to that.
I can't wait. I think there's another like Guardians trailer. I haven't watched that, and I will say like
I typed in Marvels.
I just did the same thing,
and it went to a Guardians. I was like, that is not what I asked for.
Yeah, I haven't really seen weird. A lot of clips or anything from that movie, and I think it's because we're on hiatus, so I'm like taking in way less like MCU content.
Exactly, and I think that's why I've kind of just missed everything. Everything's just going straight over my head.
Yeah. Right now, my timeline is Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell drama. And
why was that just on my Snapchat? And I was like, what is this? What is going on with this?
The internet is in an uproar. I hate to admit it, but I do want to see the movie now.
What movie?
Because of the controversy. They're filming some rated R love, like romantic comedy And she's engaged to some guy and he has a girlfriend, but there's been so many like released behind the scenes photos and like she be hanging out. They're like filming on set somewhere and she be like going to the zoo with his family on the weekends and taking pictures with his mama and shit. And people are like, this look interesting. And then his girlfriend unfollowed Sydney on Instagram or something.
That's what Snapchat just told me. And I was just like, well, I can't really look at this right now. But I was like, what's going on with this?
Yeah, her and homeboy looking real caked up. To me, they kind of look like brother and sister, though. So I don't know. That's not for me to understand. But I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued about the movie now. They do look like they have real chemistry. So it might be a good romantic movie.
I feel like the drama makes movies even better. Like, same with like Don't Worry, Darling.
Yes, because maybe I would have watched it, maybe not, but I definitely watched it because of all the drama.
All the drama.
It worked. It worked.
What was the next one?
Black Mirror season 6. I'm excited.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't think that show was ever going to come back.
I know. And obviously, you don't really know what's going on from the trailers, but it just looks so menacing and scary and thrilling. And obviously, I'm going to be in there like swimwear. Does it, do we know how many episodes? Because I know like the last one was only a couple episodes, like 3 episodes or something.
I don't know. I mean, I would hope that it's more than fucking 3 after they've been gone for 48 years.
Yeah,
so.
Hopefully they give the people what they want and let us eat a little bit.
I'm excited to see our girl Annie Murphy doing things.
Anna Murphy.
Alexis Rose.
Oh, yes. Yes. I was like, I know that name. She's literally right here. And I just completely blacked out on who that was. Yes.
I saw Zazie Beetz in it. You know, that's my girl. Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad. Who else? It was a lot of familiar faces in the trailer.
Sorry. Yes, it was. I love Black Mirror because it just like borders the line of like kind of scary, but also just like it's like one of those things that's like, it's scary because it hits home. It hits way too close to home.
That was me reading The Handmaid's Tale. That's why I couldn't finish it.
I'm scared to read that book.
This makes me uncomfy. And then The Witcher season 4.
You know what's so crazy is every single time I watch The Witcher, I completely forget what happened in the previous season.
Oh, so it's not just me. Because like I don't remember anything.
It's almost like I have to watch it as if it's its own thing. Because I remember last time it was like a 10-minute or 15-minute recap that they put. And I was like, definitely need to watch this because I have absolutely no clue what's going on.
All I remember is that Yennefer lost her powers somehow. And
but wasn't she like trying to get it back?
Yeah. And that she betrayed them somehow. Because wasn't she going to try to get it back from the little girl or something?
I think so.
I remember Gerard was pissed at her. But they also in love. His little
they're like a
raspy voice. Yeah.
And I didn't know that we were getting another season with him.
Me either. But now that I think about
all the drama that kind of it kind of took over, and I was like, I did not even realize that this man was coming back for another season.
I completely forgot about The Witcher season 3. Honestly, like I thought, but it makes sense though because when he did that cameo for Shazam, they said he was on set for The Witcher and like he had to take a break.
Yeah, I
completely forgot about that, but I was happy. I don't know. You probably didn't have time to like look through the YouTube comments under the trailer. Everybody was just like, "Oh, this is so nice." The last season, and then somebody was like, "You know, there's going to be another season with Liam Hemsworth," and they're like, "This is the last season for me."
Exactly. I did briefly look at the comments of Miss Marvel, and it just seemed like people being shady, like not actually talking about the actual movie, but other stuff. I can't remember exactly what they were saying because I was just like rolling my eyes, but
yeah,
toxic.
Yeah, I think that's just so fucking stupid. Like, it's gonna be a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
Why does every movie like whatever? If Marvel continues to just keep giving me like Thor Ragnarok in like different fonts, I'll be fine because I just want to have. I'm here for a good time. Okay, not a long time. My real
I just
life
want to enjoy
is
it
scary.
as long as I can.
I just want to have fun at the theater. That's
exactly.
all.
a nice healthy dose of escapism.
Yes.
I get that.
But yeah, I'm excited about The Witcher. So we getting that at the end of the month in June, and then we get the second part at the end of July. And then we get Secret Wars in June at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Guardians comes out in a couple days, basically. Like, the summer is heating up.
I love it.
Oh my God. Let's it's so many movies coming out.
Be able to watch everything. Let's actually. Right? Who knows? We'll see.
We're going to try our best. We can do
it. Most definitely. Yeah, I'm going to try to do it.
We're going to talk about it. We are going to do our Guardians episode at some point after it comes out.
Let me look at the calendar.
You know, I hate that I forgot that it was coming out. I haven't bought no tickets. I have not procured a babysitter. I've made no plans.
Exactly. I mean, it comes out on a Friday, obviously.
Me and Prince should just take off next Friday and go see it. Because I don't know when else we're going to go see it if it's not during work hours.
My man is off on Fridays, but I'm not. But we can probably see it on opening night. I don't mind being a little tired for work.
Oh.
I'm lying. I actually hate it.
Right.
But I'm going to see it at some point, and then we're going to record it at some point within the next couple of days after it comes out, and then we're going to have a good ass time.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we recorded our Ant-Man episode like a week after. So.
Was it?
I feel like it was. I can't remember.
I don't think it was that long after.
I know we were not stressing ourselves out to hurry up and post the episode, and so that's what we're going to do this time too. So.
Yeah, exactly. It is what it is.
It's going to happen. Y'all are going to get it. So
it's just going to be a surprise, just like Secret Wars.
Just like this episode, because I don't think nobody believed that we was going to upload this. So, hey.
Exactly. So you better enjoy it. Y'all better ration out these episodes while y'all can.
Any final thoughts?
No, I'm just really excited for a relaxed Marvel year because it doesn't seem like we're getting like bombarded with content. So that'll be exciting.
It has given me a chance to watch a few other things. I don't know if I told you this, but I put on my 2023 bingo card that I'm going to watch at least 2 new movies every month. So I have been making a list of all the films that I've watched. So in April, I did so good. I watched 3 new movies.
Ooh.
And for people who don't know me, I am a very anxious person. I have again, neurosppicy. So I like to watch the same shows over and over again because it's comforting. And like I said, when a show gets too stressful, like Barry was so good and it started getting stressful, I had to stop watching it. Like certain things I can handle. I have to be properly motivated. Like Game of Thrones, it's because it's coming out week to week and I'm watching it as it's coming out and I get a break so I can watch it. Be stressful. But even still, I be having anxiety before I turn it on. Like, who's going to die? Somebody eyeball is going to get ripped out right in front of me. I'm scared.
That's how I feel about Yellow Jackets. Like, I kind of have to pace myself with it because it is a darker show. It's about cannibalism. So, it's inherently dark. So, yeah, we've been kind of like taking our time with that one.
Yeah. But, okay, so in April, I watched Scream 6, Fresh, and Knock at the Cabin. Fresh was a very interesting horror movie. I only watched it because Sebastian Stan was in it. And I love how it plays on like this he's so hot thing. And that's like how he catches his victims. It makes so much sense. And it was actually a fun horror movie. It wasn't like super crazy. So if you want to watch it, I think that you could find some enjoyment in it. But it was pretty good.
I'll have to watch that.
The Knock at the Cabin was a pretty good M. Night Shyamalan movie. And me and Shani had a great conversation about his movies after I watched that. I just want him to keep doing these. Yes, just keep doing what you're doing. The more you put out, you bound to get some gold, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Just keep doing it. But yeah, those are my final thoughts.
Yeah, I don't have any. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We are the South Side of Wakanda podcast, and today we was just shooting the shit. So
celebrating our anniversary.
Our 2-year anniversary. Thank you guys so much for listening to us and for continuing to listen to us and support us. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok. Yeah, Instagram and TikTok at Southside of Wakanda. You can email us if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, hot takes, cold takes, anything. You can email us and we'll talk about it on the podcast. And that's southsideofwakanda@gmail.com. Yeah, and we're on YouTube as well.
Yep.
So like and subscribe. We love you guys. We'll see you when we see you.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye.